Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Jacqueline, this is Tahoe. Don't cry through the whole video there, bud. He'll probably be in the video most of the time. But I was filming a few other videos today and I figured I would show you how I'm gonna do my makeup for them. So I'm probably just gonna do like a quick talk through. I don't wanna keep this very long. I wanna like get some other stuff done. So this is gonna be a quick makeup look. I'm gonna use one of my favorite palettes. If you've seen my monthly favorites, which will probably go up before this, so I'm gonna leave it. It's gonna be over here. I'll link it if you want to watch that too. But this is one of my favorite palettes. I'm gonna use that today, and I'm just gonna do like a really easy, glowy summer look with like a pink eye. So yeah, let's get started. So I've already washed and prepped my skin. I just have some oil on it, some rosehip oil. Take off my ring. So I'm going to use my Master Prime Blur and Perfect as my primer. So I'm just going to get a good size dollop of this and run it all over my face. And then I'm gonna mix two foundations. So this Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue is one of my favorites. It's a little too dark for me right now. It's in the shade Ginger, but I love this for summer because it's really lightweight and looks amazing on the skin. And then I'm also gonna put in my Clinique Even Better in the shade Fair. So I'm gonna mix those two together and then just use my Real Technique sponge to blend it all in. So I'm now doing about like half and half because I do have a pretty good tan going, but not quite enough to use just the Complexion Rescue on its own. They're both really nice and lightweight, so they're great for the summer. I mean, I use them all year round, obviously, but they're great for the summer for just like a light makeup look. I'm just spreading that out with my hands first, and then I'll blend it out with my sponge. Like I said, I'm going for a really light, glowy summer sort of makeup look. I don't want anything too crazy because I'm just like filming around the house. I'm not going out too much, so don't need too much makeup on. Sorry, I'm looking at my mirror. I want to make sure it's all really blended in really well. Alright. So obviously I didn't cover everything, but it's kind of evened out my skin tone. So now I'm just going to cover up some of my little scarring and pimples and stuff with, you're not going to be able to read, I don't think, this is the Clinique Line Smoothing Concealer in the shade Moderately Fair. This is one of my go-to concealers. It's just a really nice, easy concealer. Hydrating, it doesn't emphasize anything, so I like it. I've used this since like high school, actually. Not, obviously not this particular one, but this concealer. Once again, just blending it in with that same sponge. And then I'm going to use my Maybelline Age Rewind in Fair, right? Yeah, in Fair, and just quickly go under my under eyes with this. I'm just going to use my fingers actually just to tap this out, really get it warm into my skin. I think sometimes using your fingers is easier and looks more natural, so. Okay, that's the concealer. And I'm gonna set my whole face with my Hourglass Dim Light powder. This is sometimes too dark for me in the winter as an all over face powder, but in the summer it looks really nice and it gives you a nice soft glow, which I like for the summer, and I like that really glowy looking skin. So I'm just gonna kind of tap that everywhere and bring it down my neck. I'm not really like hardcore setting my under eyes. Like I said, glowy and natural is the key today. So next I'm gonna do the rest of my face. So I'm gonna start with my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. And this is in the shade medium to dark. I think I've said it before that I really like this. Sometimes instead of my Too Faced chocolate bronzer. It's a cheaper alternative and I still think it looks really, really nice. And it gives you that nice bronze, and it's a little, doesn't have like a huge glow, but it gives you like a subtle little sheen almost. That looks really pretty. So I'm just lightly swirling that on my cheeks. I'm not being too precise with it. I just want like a nice warmth to my complexion. So I don't care if it gets like more on my cheeks than just underneath my jawline or my jawbone. In the summer, I just like to put bronzer everywhere. I'm gonna bring it on my neck too. Okay, so that's bronzer. I'm just gonna do the teeniest, tiniest amount of blush. Sometimes in the summer, I don't even do blush. I'll just use bronzer and some highlighter, and I think it looks good. So I'm still playing around with the GALifornia Benefit Box Blush. Still not my favorite, but I'm using it because it's nice and glowy for the summer, so yeah, it's good. I'm literally just like one tap in there, and that gives you enough. This stuff is so pigmented, it's insane. So I'm just stippling it on. If you want a nice wash of color, use like a little stippling duo fiber brush like this. It'll give you a lighter application. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. Everyone was talking about this like last summer, I think, but I still really like it. I like the nice pink shade it has. It's great for the summer, and it's gonna go great with the makeup look the eyeshadow look I'm gonna do. So once again, I'm not being super precise with this. Glowy skin is what I'm going for, so. And I do like to bring it up above my brow bone. I think it gives like a nice little sheen to the face. And just makes it like look like the sun is really bouncing off your forehead there. Okay, so that's the whole face done. Super simple, super quick. So then I'm gonna use my Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I bought this for myself as a birthday present, and it's beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm gonna do, again, a really, really simple look. I'm just gonna use 3 shades. So I'm gonna use Dusty Rose first. I'm just gonna take that into my crease and just nice and lightly get that as my transition shade. And just building it up in the crease a little bit. I love this palette for like warm toned looks and pink looks. They're so nice for that. And it definitely is like one of those palettes you can get a nice everyday eye look out of. It's really easy to use in all sorts of situations. So now I'm gonna take the shade Mulberry, this darker burgundy sort of color, and just very lightly get that into my outer V here. Just kind of like on the corner of my eye. They're very pigmented, so definitely make sure you tap off your brush if you don't want to go too hard, too fast. You can definitely build these up really nicely though. I'm gonna take another brush, it's clean. I'm just gonna kind of swirl that around, blend it in a little bit. Just darkening up that hour V just a teeny bit. I don't wanna do anything too heavy, just a nice light pink eye, and I'm gonna add some shimmer to the lid here in a second. So once again, I'm kind of just packing it on and then using this brush to blend it out. Once again, I'm not being too precise, just getting the shadow on there and blending it. I really want this to be nice and light and diffused, so I'm not too worried about the precision of like the first application. Blending here is the key. So I'm just gonna clean this same brush I've been blending with. This is the Sonia Kashuk brush cleansing spray. It's so good, I love it. I'm just gonna kind of clean up that brush a little bit and then just continue to blend. Really get it nice and soft and light and diffused and blended. Okay. So then I'm going to take a flat shading brush, and I'm gonna use the color Rose Pink, this one right here. I'm gonna wet my brush a little bit. I'm just gonna use my SMASHBOX primer water. I mean, you can use pretty much any spray. You could probably even use like I love this stuff on my face. I've used this before to wet my brush to get shadows on. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just something wet. I'm gonna take this shade then, that pink rose shade like I said, and really pack that on the rest of my lid. Hopefully you can see it. It looks really like pretty and shiny. I think their glitters in this palette work better wet. I mean, they look pretty when they're dry too, but I just really enjoy them when they're wet. Okay, that's all packed on. Now I'm gonna take that same blending brush I was using earlier and just blend out those edges one more time. Like I said, I'm going for a really soft, diffused sort of pink look, so blending is the key. All right, and then I'm going to take this L'Oreal Infallible shadow, and this is in the color Ice Latte. So I'm gonna take that on a little brush. Where do you go? There it is. This little teeny pencil brush. And I'm gonna kind of get that right in the inner corner there, really brighten it up. And bring it down a little bit. I love these shadows, they're so nice. I have it in a bunch of colors. And they work really well. Just really brightening up that inner corner. Okay, and then one more time, my handy blending brush. Just blending in those two colors, especially on the inner corner. All right, and then the last step for the eyes is I'm going to take this angled brush. It's kind of fluffier. And then I'm gonna go back in with, I don't usually do a ton of my bottom lash line, so I'm just gonna use that first color, the Dusty Rose again, and just lightly run that, kind of connect that upper color to the lower, and just lightly run that underneath here just to give it a little bit of color and bring that whole eye look together. I think sometimes color on my lower lash line makes me look like more tired. It like emphasizes my creases. So I like to do very light. I don't like to do too much down there, but it does help balance it out, so I do a little. Alright, So that is the eye look complete. I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows. So I'm gonna first take my NYX professional pencil, whatever. It's the eyebrow powder pencil. I'm gonna take the spoolie, brush through my eyebrows. They need to be done so bad. I'm gonna do them later today, I think. But I just didn't have time to do them this morning before I started filming, so probably do them later. So I'm just gonna get them to look as good as they can be. And then I'm going to just, so you guys can see a little bit better, I'm gonna just fill in some of the sparse areas. I don't want them to be too strong of brows today, just filling in some of the sparse areas. Just using soft little gentle strokes, and just like that, nothing crazy. You can see the difference, it's just a little bit more filled in than this one. I think I've said it before too, my eyebrows are pretty good anyway. There's not a ton of sparse areas. I'm very lucky. So it doesn't take a lot of work to get my eyebrows to look pretty good. And then I'm gonna take my Pixie gel, just the gel side, and just brush through those really quick too. All right, and then before I do mascara and lips, I'm just gonna use my Urban Decay Chill. If I was doing more today, I'd put on the all-nighter too, but I'm just like hanging out around the house, and it's only supposed to be Tacoma. When is your weather gonna be summer-like? It's supposed to be like 68 today. Like, that's not summer weather. Let's get a little bit warmer there. Anyway, totally off topic. So then I'm gonna do my mascara. So I'm gonna use my Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is in it's in black brown, I believe. I don't think. It could be all black, I don't know. So I'm not gonna do any liner, by the way, today. I like a no liner look. I don't know. Some days I'll put liner on. Most days I won't. Most days it's just mascara for me. A little bit on my lower lash line. Once again, I don't like a ton down there, so the teeniest bit of mascara just to help open up the eyes a little bit. Okay, so the eyes are now officially done. So then for lips, I'm gonna do something really, really simple. So I'm gonna take off whatever foundation was on my lips. So I'm gonna use this NYX lipstick. It's super beat up. I can't even read the shade name, but the shade is 529, so I don't know exactly what color it is, but it's just this pretty little nude. So I'm gonna pop that on first. This color is just like a little bit more mauve-y than my lips are anyway. Something like that. And then I'm gonna use my favorite Sephora gloss in, I think it's called Perfect Nude. I'm just gonna top off the lips. I'm really feeling a glossy lip for summer. I feel like most people are, but I just think it looks nice and useful and healthy. So that is the completed makeup look. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit so you can see more of my eyes and stuff. So there's the eye look. Just really simple, soft and diffused. The skin's nice and glowy. Nothing crazy. You can see the highlight coming out there. But yeah, so that is the completed makeup look. So I hope you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you subscribed. If you want to ring the notification bell, would be awesome. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you subscribe to stick around for the next adventure. See you then. Bye.